Hello and welcome everybody to the Pokemon Sapphire Let's Play for those odd gamers. And guess what? It's probably one of my favorite games ever, if you couldn't already tell. By the excitement in my
Really,
voice.
Ozzy?
Really?
Yep.
Oh god, the water!
That guy has white hair for some reason.
I need scuba gear for this, don't I?
This game is... Honestly, it gets blown out of proportions when
It's a
people say...
Pokemon game.
No! People just freaking
It's not a
complain
Pokemon
all the time
game?
about all the
What is
water
this,
and the
then?
water in this game.
There's too much of it.
I disagree. There is not that too much of it.
Okay, well the title just said Pokemon, so I'm pretty sure I was right in saying this was a Pokemon game. And you were wrong in saying it was not, Ozzy.
But testing my words. Anyways, a couple things to explain here. Why am I playing Sapphire and not the superior Emerald version? The answer to that is I don't own it. And even though I technically could do an emulated version of Emerald, I don't like to play games I don't own myself. So until I find a copy of Emerald version, I'm just not going to be able to play it. And be perfectly honest, the differences are nice, but Sapphire version stands just fine on its own. Eh. Let's go ahead and name myself. Yeah. And yes, for whatever reason, the main character has white hair. I don't know what is with kids with white hair. And just like a true kind parent would, when we're moving to the next town, the kid rides in with the luggage.
Well, how old are you,
Clearly,
reporter?
I'm smuggled in? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah?
And clearly you had your hair bleached so that you would pass for an old man if they found you.
How did I get here? Hello? Oh my god, realistically proportioned Pokemon that are not in battle. That Machoke over there that's carrying that box must be just really confused as to where to put it.
Well, it's one of those boxes that just say Mist on it.
Glad to see my parents at the very least know to give me the only room in the house.
That's nice.
Let's be honest, they just cut out the rest of the second floor because of hardware limitations.
Also, for the first time ever in a Pokemon game, we actually have, gasp, a father.
That is pretty unusual.
Yes, and our father is actually a gym leader too. Recently made gym leader for a neighboring town.
And for some odd reason, being a gym leader means your family can't live in the same city.
Well, the gym being in this small little outwoods town probably didn't make sense. Also meet the not rival, May. I don't like her.
Why not? She
Because,
seems
one,
nice and
she's
tough.
actually the toughest I've speedran this game once, and she is by far the toughest has the toughest fight in the entire game in a speedrun. So that instantly makes me despise her. And two, she doesn't remain your rival. She literally gets replaced later.
So I saw you check your trainer number there.
Yep. Something I like to do, since I like to do Nuzlocke runs a lot, to help determine which Pokemon I choose at the beginning of my runs, I look at my trainer ID card number and I look at the last number. and it ended with I didn't see what number it was, but if it ended with a 1 through 0 through 4, then I would pick the leftmost Pokemon, Trico, who honestly
I believe it
is not the wisest choice in this game. It's the one of the fastest grass types ever, but everything else about him just doesn't do very well.
Okay.
But he is a 3 evolution starter. He gets some good moves, and well, like we brought up earlier, there is a portion of this game where you're dealing with a lot of water types, so he does kind of have like that starting off weak, ending game strong.
Sap, so
No, I really don't want to go see May.
you named him Sap, so you're
But you
expecting
have
him to
to.
knock a lot of things out, right?
Sorry, what was that, Worm?
You named him Sap, so you're expecting him to knock a lot of things out.
I named him Sap because of Tree Sap.
I like my reasoning better.
Oh, hopefully he knocks out quite a bit. Also, he's got Brave Nature. That means he's gonna have higher attack but less speed. Which, he's got speed aplenty, so it's kind of nice. But unfortunately, a lot of his good moves are based off of his special attack stat. Anyways, Zigzagoon. I like those guys.
That's good, because you're getting a lot of them.
Yeah, I don't edit out these fights because they're really short, but later on, I'm going to edit out Pokemon that I've already previously encountered, and as well as anything that I deem kind of boring to watch.
By the way, F this game.
What?
Yeah, that's right. I said it. Fuck this game.
Why?
Why? Why? Legitimately? Why?
There is no
Because, right-
Bidoops.
There's no Bidoops, and right before I get to May, I run into the only shiny that I see in this game.
What shiny was it?
I don't remember. I was just like, ooh, shiny. Oh, I can't capture it.
That,
Wait, you mean you
hurts.
found a shiny before you had Pokeballs, huh?
yeah, that's what he's saying.
Yeah,
That-
and I was mad.
That sucks. I've had my own shiny, oh my god, what, moments, you know?
And there is no Bidoops.
Well, Bidoofs don't even exist yet. Though there were, like, hacked versions as well as,
Oh,
other
see,
kind of, like, fan-made
see.
hack games that have Bidoofs in them.
that is not valid point. This game don't have Bidoops, so this is not good game.
It's a good game. Besides, think of it this way, Lightigal. If this game didn't existed, then Gen 4 wouldn't have come, and so neither would Bidoofs, because Gens 1 and 2 were supposed to be the final Pokemon games. There wasn't supposed to be a Gen 3.
Yeah, then they made Gen 3 and they realized they forgot to make Bidoops and they made Gen 4.
Anyways, that was May. We beat her up. Well, we beat her Pokemon up. Made them fate. One other thing I forgot to mention with the starter Pokemon. Each starter Pokemon has like a hidden ability called like Overgrowth or Blaze or Torrent. These moves abilities make it so when your Pokemon is 1/3 of their max HP, their primary element, in this case it would be Grass, does like 50% more damage. and it's actually really powerful. There's a lot of like speedrunning planning involving making sure that your Pokemon is at 1/3 of their max HP so they can get that extra boost in damage. And by the way, this is the best mom ever because she gives probably the best addition to any Pokemon game ever, running shoes.
So you can run?
Yep. Turns out we needed a good pair of Nikes in order to run anywhere. Otherwise, we would have just walked.
You're not sponsored.
Product placement.
You're not sponsored by Nikes.
Nor do we want to be sponsored by Nikes.
I would like money.
Ugh, Wurmple. Say hello to generic bug Pokemon number 1.
Is it Weedle?
Nah, Weedle's at least better than the Wurmple.
Yeah.
Also, Wurmple's kind of
Wurmple's so generic, he has 2 evolution trees.
Yep, he can either evolve into Cascoon or Silcoon. And I have no idea the algorithm that goes into which way he'll evolve. For me, it may as well be random.
I believe it's Beauty.
I know it changes over generations because they remove the whole beauty thing later down the line.
Thank fucking God.
Oh yeah, I edited because I'm looking for specific Pokemon here. And this Zigzagoon looks pretty good enough for me.
So, you said earlier that you like to do Nuzlocke runs, and I know that has limitations on the Pokemon you capture. Did you put any kinds of limitations on them for this playthrough?
I try to keep myself to using Pokemon I typically don't use, with only a couple exceptions, just to, keep the game moving. Because the thing is in a Nuzlocke run, you're more likely to get teams of Pokemon that you sometimes would not otherwise use, but sometimes after multiple Nuzlocke runs, you'll end up getting like certain teams anyway because of just the common find rate for other Pokemon,
I see Swiper's gonna be doing all the swiping.
Oh, big time. That pickup ability is the most broken version of pickup in the entire generation.
OMG Aralts!
That's
Yes,
right.
please.
I was looking for this guy. I wanted a Ralts. I hardly ever get to use a Ralts in a Nuzlocke run, so I was like, damn it, I want a Ralts. And this one's actually male too. If this had been Gen 4, Ralts actually has a split off point in its next third evolution. If the Ralts is male and you give it a Sunstone, a Shiny Stone, my bad. It'll evolve into Gallade, which is a fighting psychic type, and it's really cool looking. For now, Ralts is pretty much a pure psychic type. It does become part fairy in Gen 6 for some reason, but whatever.
Reasons.
It's humanoid. Most of the humanoid Pokemon were suddenly fairy.
I didn't notice that.
Oh, what's... Kinda? There's definitely some that are not humanoid that got part fairy, like, I think certain types got part fairy mostly because they felt weaker on their own. Hell,
Yeah, like Clefairy.
yeah, Clefairy, obviously. Well, it was called a fairy type on its trainer card back in the original Gen 1, so it only makes sense to be a fairy type. And to be frankly, Clefable is not a bad Pokemon if you raise it right. Because it learns this ability called Cosmic Power, which can get really, really out of control if you let it be. Becomes like the tankiest Pokemon you've ever seen.
Alright.
For the most part, I am going to show off trainer battles, at least the ones that are mandatory or that show new Pokemon off.
It did look like your eyes met his until he turned you to face him.
Yep. More or less, the rules with trainer battles is that if they spot you, or they will challenge you to a battle. In some cases, like in speedrunning, rather than let them spot you, it's just faster to run up and talk to them so you don't have that little animation of where they're like, oh, I see you! And you'll see me do that quite a bit.
Yeah. But I mean, this guy doesn't seem too tough, you know?
Yeah. Also, we learned Absorb, which actually gets a pretty significant buff in Gen 6. Here it's really
this isn't
weak.
Gen
It's like
6.
I know, but right now it's like 20 power, which is weak as hell. Tackle does more damage right now.
Well, Tackle's awesome.
Well, that just sucks.
I mean,
So-
there's not much you can compare to Tackle.
At least it's
let
better
me
than
give you
Sand Attack.
just to give a general idea in terms of like what good damage is. 20 is pretty weak, 40 is average, and then when you get to the 80-100, that's when you're starting to notice some serious firepower. Most of the really, really good abilities are around 80.
Yeah.
Of course, they don't have crap for PP.
Some will have okay. It's usually anything that's over 100 that you'll notice that the PP amount is like 5. And they usually have some sort of crippling drawback to them too, like Hyper Beam. Oh, there is one other thing that at the beginning I totally forgot to mention that I do because I'm not a pansy. I turn the battle style to set. This makes it so where I can't change Pokemon between after every knockout in a battle. Also, that
That is very
battles-
brave of you, sir.
it just makes battles just a little bit harder because, well, a good example is like you kill one Pokemon, he's throwing out another one, and it may know a move like, say, Pursuit, and that could just throw a big wrench into your team. Anyways, this right here is your father, and incoming is the replacement rival, because whatever, I actually really like Wally. He's kind of like a sickly kid who just wants to be with Pokemon, and there's nothing wrong with that. And you more or less, you mentor this kid, and he looks up to you.
No, there is a problem. What happens right here? It's a problem.
First
No,
try.
you do not just walk into grass and see rolls, no matter what, because it's scripted.
Yeah, and bullshit part is that these relics can be shiny.
Yeah, I've heard of that. I heard that when they found out that he could get a shiny, they continued on with the game just to see if he still had the shiny Pokemon. Turns out he doesn't, because in the game's programming, it's not the same rolls.
So he traded his shiny Ralts away for non-shiny Ralts.
If
So
that's
what-
the way you want to look at it, go right ahead.
And that's why
But-
we don't care about Wally anymore.
Oh, the worst luck. Rival gets a shiny, then you find a shiny before you have Pokeballs, and then Wally gets a shiny Ralts.
I would pretty much use the hammer on the card at that point.
And no one would blame you.
Yes, and at this point, dear old dad here realizes Hey, yeah, you're tough, my son, but you're not tough enough to fight me yet. And to be perfectly honest, you're nowhere near ready for him. Norman is a pretty tough gym leader.
Well, at least he didn't beat you, you know?
Grinding, I'm going to grind. Oh, I mean,
Yeah, it's only until we get at least 4 gym badges that we can come back and challenge him, so we'll be back later. But right now, it's just a matter of just buying some necessary things. Pokeballs, potions, and more importantly, repels.
Antidotes?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I usually get like 1 or 2 antidotes just in case.
Because
Especially
you're
since,
afraid.
well, typically what happens is in these early parts of the game, poison seems to just like have the highest frequency of occurring.
Yes, you are afraid.
Say hello to C-Dot.
Oh, see that?
Oh, Swiper, what'd you get? You actually kind of have to be somewhat careful with C-Dot because it knows Bide, which for every hit he takes while storing energy, he'll return it to you tenfold. So if you do no damage to him while he's storing the energy, the move will fail.
Are you sure it's 10? Because that seems a bit high.
I believe it's
And
double.
it just deals double the damage that he took and returns it back. But I just
Okay,
say
but-
tenfold because it's like, it seems like it hits way harder.
Tenfold means if you do 2 damage to him, he does 20 to you. I think you're exaggerating a bit, Ozzy.
Yeah.
The hyperbole is strong in this one.
Also, this is Talo. Talo is the obligatory bird Pokemon, starting bird Pokemon in this region. But however, unlike Pidgey, this Talo only evolves once in the Swellow.
I see.
There is another bird type that you can find here, and we'll see it eventually. It's bound to pop up. Oh yeah, berries! These were first introduced in Gen 2, but they kind of got a makeover in this game. Whereas in Gen 2, you find the berry trees and you can only pick 1 berry off of that tree per day, and you just have to come the next day. Here, it's berries will often grow in bunches of 2s or 3s, and once you take them, you have to replant a seed in order for one berry to, the berry tree to grow back. However, unfortunately, the internal battery on this is completely busted, so time-based events will no longer occur. So there is absolutely no reason for me to replant something, because it won't grow back.
Yes, there is to deprive yourself of resources and make it more challenging.
Heck no. That's one of the main reasons why I don't buy too many antidotes in this game, is because the amount of Pecha berries I get just from collecting berries is well enough.
That's why I said increasing challenge.
Also, watch this. No, wait, it's the next guy. For whatever reason, he didn't use a full restore here. Because,
A full restore?
yep, because rich boys, for whatever reason, can afford the magnificent level 7 Zigzagoons, and if they get hurt, they're used only but nothing but the best healing items. Ooh, super potion.